Bad Rasta. Welcome to the video. Also, welcome to all of you today. We're just trying out Nico in Thanos Destroy. And I feel like this should work fine. I'm a little bummed. We don't have a good stone that I want to drop turn one. In the test game that I did, we played against another Thanos deck, and we threw Killmonger turn 5 and destroyed them. So, I think that's probably a pretty good indication that we're in a good spot. Because this is the deck that I've struggled to beat the most lately. So, we'll see. The major changes I made, and I might have been running an outdated deck, perhaps, but I got rid of Bucky and put in X-23. And for Nico, I can't remember what I got rid of. Just kind of a filler card that I didn't feel needed to be in here. So, yeah. Let's have some fun and see what we can do. Immediately, I would love to change that. And then Mind Stone should drain the rest of the card or the stones. My problem right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, it won't fill up our hand. We're good. Counting is important. But how's everyone finding Nico to be? Because for me, I think Glazer talked about this a little bit from Snap Judgments, if you watch them. Nico just seems like a card that makes good decks still good. And they're gonna Professor X now, so that's really cool. You're here? I never know where they want to play Professor X. It's such an annoying card. So that does mean that we're pretty susceptible to being Goliath, which is fine. It did snap really early on, so I should have expected quite a fight. And we do have Thanos, so maybe I want to try and preserve the Power Stone if possible. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't messed around with this too much. I've been playing a lot of the Nico Deadpool deck that I featured yesterday, which is really funny to me because that exact deck was featured in a Snap Judgments video, featured in I think Cozy used the same exact deck as well. Like it was the same thing. And I didn't. That's what I figured was gonna happen. Are they just gonna Odin? If we Killmonger, death. Well, hold on. Wolverine. They could Odin, and that's fine. I say right now. Because we at least get to reveal. Oh, never mind. I think we lose. Yep, that's fine. We're at infinite. I don't care too much. I'm still feeling the deck out, but yeah. It was funny to me, and I didn't. I mean, I said in the video I copied the Snap Judgments deck from the day before, and just got rid of a card and put Death in, and that apparently was the deck to run, and I had great luck with it. But yeah, I don't know. I also, ooh boy, That location is a little bit obnoxious, I think. Oh, and it doesn't trigger if you get rid of it. That's fine. So I know, I assumed it wouldn't trigger, but I'm assuming this is the Deadpool deck. Which is fine. It's not unbeatable. And people aren't running Thanos Destroy nearly as much right now, so I imagine they're going to assume we're doing something like the deck in the previous game. Oh, hey, it's Nico. We don't really want that ability. So, all of this does make me want to revisit. Ooh, fun. Revisit the Surfer Thanos stuff, just with Nico in it. I think that could be a pretty good time. And I'd love to get some cards mid, please. And if they're running the deck that I did yesterday verbatim, there's no way they're getting rid of Limbo. Ooh. Oh, destroy it. This is the one I can never remember what the image means. Ear. It's just such a waste. I guess it makes death cheaper. It's fine. And then we could just do double null and ignore double death. We do have Shang-Chi in this deck, though, and that could be great. I guess we'll find out. I started making a document because every time when I show up, ooh, boy. So are they running Zola? Just null. I believe we will find out soon. Started a document because every time I show up, like the night before, like as I'm going to bed, I think of things that I want to talk about. And then it gets set up and I can't remember a freaking thing. So I, instead of chancing it over and over, oh, that's not the... I made it. I thought it was the one that made it happy. I suck with Nico. All right. I'm going to play it out. Not that I should. Oh, that makes me smile. Here, we're just gonna hope. There's no way we win. They have a pretty massive Deadpool. So we're kind of toast right now. Dang, man. And then Taskmaster. Oh no. Yeah, there's no way we win, and that's fine. I don't really care. Anyway, so the document that I made, one thing in it right now. No. I screwed up. Don't worry. It was my bad. Enjoy your cubes. And gosh, man, I hate doing stuff like that, but whatever. It's the morning. Nico's still a new feeling card. Shouldn't have played it. Especially not when I wanted to play null. Thought I was gonna get 2 nulls. The thing I wanted to talk about was a TV show. I don't even know. All right. I think we're gonna do this time and actually try and take out one of their cards. Cool. All right. So same exact deck again, probably. Yep. That's not great. And the TV show is Fall of the House of Usher. And that So if you don't know, it's based on a Edgar Allan Poe short story that really, it's not really based on that. Oh, it's not the same deck. Here we go. Phoenix Force. It's a bummer that they went with multiple man, because we don't have a strong counter to that in particular. I think we'll do this and then Space Stone here. So the TV show, it's a Netflix show. I don't even know if calling it a TV show is fair anymore. It's a Netflix original. So it's a short movie shown over the course of 8 episodes. They have priority. Okay, that's the one that destroys cards and crashes the game. Got it. But it didn't crash when I blew up null, so that's unique. I have something I want to actually destroy. We'll go here. And it doesn't matter to me if I keep Killmonger. I guess drawing 2 cards is probably best. But I initially, before I chose to go into special education, I wanted to be a high school English teacher. And that's because I felt like a lot of people hated English growing up. And I, in my, I don't know. I was pretty positive and excited about teaching. And so in that, I thought I will be the person that makes English fun for people that don't find it enjoyable. So that was my goal. And in college, I loved so much. Like, I read The Fall of the House of Usher, like the short story, because it was enjoyable, not because I had to. And I don't know, I mean, the show itself has almost nothing to do with the actual short story. It's basically a collection of other Poe things. Wow, this is going to be a bit of a problem. But I'll still go for it. That's fine. Just looking at matchups here, you know? Having some fun. Yeah, that's okay. So the show covers one of the most ridiculous, and I'm not going to spoil too much about the actual show. This is a bad start to a video too. Is there something wrong with the deck, or am I just like distracted? I don't know. It's been a while since I played Thanos stuff, so maybe I'm just playing it incorrectly. But what I remember is you blow the crap out of the stone, blow up the stones. Oh. Well, that's easy. Do that. I would say if you are interested in Edgar Allan Poe stuff, go check out the show for sure. Wolverine. Next turn we magic. Mindscape away. Ooh. I still think we go for that. And the... I don't know. I mean, obviously, the Raven poem, which everyone knows that, plays a big role. There's an episode covering the Telltale Heart. Just, there's episodes that cover pretty much everything that he's done that was good-ish. And I don't... just don't want to waste all my stuff, you know? Oh, it's the same deck? Okay. mean, of all the things I'm worried about, it's not necessarily Nimrods. Because I have Null. Really? Oh, please throw Infinite out there. Fury's interesting, though. Next card at this if you play your next card at this location. I always, for some reason in my mind, thought it was... Ooh, boy. Yeah. All right, that might be the first win of the video. Heavens. The ones I remember that are covered are Mask of the Red Death, Raven. The weirdest one is Murders at the Rue Morgue. And YouTube, if you're like, oh, he's talking about murders, it's a short story name. I can't change it. But they do everything in a very elegant way. The director and maybe writer, I don't remember off the top of my head, Mike Flanagan, made some of the best like horror shows and movies that I've ever seen. I think we own this deck. So there's a movie on Netflix and I think every other streaming service called Hush, which came out at about the same time as like it's not called Be Quiet. Dang it. Oh man, Mirror Dimension could be obnoxious. We gotta change Subterranea. Probably. Whatever. The movie's called Be Quiet and it's about a dude who is blind and people break into his house and it's pretty messed up and strange. I loved it. I thought it was a ton of fun. But again, it's not actually called that. But it came out at the same time as that, and so I think it kind of got in people's heads that like, oh, this is the same type of movie. It's just a rip off of that. It's not. It's really, really good. And it has, I believe it's Mike Flanagan's wife as the main character, and she just can't hear anything. And it is such a creepy and wonderful movie. Interesting. I can still do this and this and feel okay. We both have a lot of rocks to get rid of, so all good. If we can get our magic off mid, that'll be pretty good. Oh, and we get 7. So depending on if we can draw something useful, we might not need to get rid of flooding. Not what we're looking for. That's fine. Boom, boom, boom. All good. But the stuff that he's made has like a good, like intense feel. He made, are they gonna just Professor X left? That'd make this pretty good for them. Oh, just Blue Marble. So this has to just be, my gosh, man, look at this hand. What can we draw that saves us across the board? It's just Cerebro 3, I think. That's kind of a bummer. And we could still retreat if we need to. Yep, we'll retreat. We'll get out of here. That is amazing luck. Out of all of the cards in our deck, every rock. Ooh, yeah. Well. Yeah, it just has a really good feel. So he did the Haunting at Hill House series as well. That was wonderful. I love most of the stuff that he's put out. A lot of it is really, really fun. And I didn't watch, he did Black Mass and he did another show in there. I never watched either of those. Oh. Well, they don't have a null, so that's cool. For us, probably not so cool for them. this. You have Thanos, so maybe we want to preserve Power Stone. I don't think so, but you never know where things may go. Yo, yo, yo. Ew. That's not good. Okay. You could snap. That's fine. Give you permission. My only warning for the fall of the House of Usher is one of the episodes. It's just gratuitously, like, I don't know. It's like a party scene, and it's just, I don't know. It didn't fit with the rest of the show, it felt like. So, if anything put me off about the show, it was basically that. And this is all going to come down to RNG. After you play your next card, replace that card's location. Dude, Nico frickin' saves the day. Maybe. We'll find out. It depends on the location we get. But, ay, that's fantastic. Yeah, I binged the whole thing basically in one day when I was sick over the weekend, and I haven't done that in a long time. So if that's a good indication of, like, this show is something enjoyable, there you go. If you're not into horror, you're probably not going to like this show. It's not the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life, but oh, that's great, man. I saved us all, man. Professor Glitter, you're welcome. And you are buffing the crap out of my null. Thank you. I don't really want to move anything, I don't think. What am I doing? These locations are pretty freaking full. I don't really want to ruin everything. Do this. I was kind of hoping to get a little extra energy, but no such luck. We ate the Power Stone. We have Thanos out. We could have made good use of that, but we did not. Which is fine. All right, so we also have a death. We'll go here. And then we lost our Killmonger, I believe. So it's whatever top deck we get. If it's Shang-Chi, I think that's pretty good. I don't believe their deck runs Shang-Chi. It is a Shang-Chi. That's it. We should be okay. If they have Shang, we're pretty toast. If they don't, we destroyed their null first turn, so we're good. Unless that is a different game, and I am not remembering. I hope that's not the case. But yeah, I think in general this deck is fine. I think everyone's running a bunch of destroy stuff. This deck offers a lot of options for that kind of stuff. So, yeah. I don't think that's what you wanted to do. That buffs up my null excessively. I'm sorry, Dr. Glitter. Anyway, all good. I'm gonna end it there. I'm feeling a little bit off today. It's weird being sick and being a parent, man. I'm so tired all the time at like base, and this week I'm just, yeah. I think this deck's fine. I think give it a shot. Just remembered that there is a deck tracker for Mac, so I'm gonna go see if I can get that to work. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I'd love to get actual stats up from my games because I don't know, not everyone's playing these decks, and I'd love to have good stats for them in the future. So if you made it this far in the video, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Make good choices. Remember, you're gonna have a great day whether you know it or not. And as always, peace.